Good morning. I'm Mario Leone, and I'm the director for the Ralph Leatherby Center for Entrepreneurship and Business Ethics. And I'm going to take you through a tour of our facility here, which is located at 549 West Palm. We're actually right behind the behavioral science building and the kitty corner across from the Lassinger Tennis Center. So if you follow me through, we'll go ahead and walk through our exciting center. Before I do step into the building, I want to acknowledge the Leatherby Center, the Ralph Leatherby Center for the Leatherby family, who generously donated this building, which has really been the hub for our entrepreneurship program here at Chapman University. And really exciting because it's not just for the business school, but it really embodies the entire university. We have teams that operate here from across the university, well over 9,000 students here, 20% of them being in the business school. But the idea generation, if you will, comes from across the university. So we have young students and alumni who have attended the science school and now the engineering school as well, our digital media group, pharmacy, and the College of Liberal Arts are all benefactors, if you will, in many ways of their generosity that are really able to go ahead and develop this center. So let me walk you through into the main area. And as you walk into this open space, and there's actually a little bit of rattle of a train in the background, and that really gives it an even better aura because it was designed along the concepts of having this large garage open space area where the students can enjoy the open space, but then we have segregated small offices that they can use with their teams as either individuals or groups to do the development of their work. Actually, as you walk through here, you would find that you get sort of a feel, and sort of we build off of this concept of the sort of the Steve Jobs Apple original sort of garage, and it's exciting for the students sort of to be in this large open space. We do a lot of presentations here. We do a lot of events with other entrepreneurs, both from Chapman and obviously outside of Chapman. And we do industry events quite often here that are enjoyed by our entrepreneurship students, but the broader audience across Chapman, and that's really been a lot of fun. We've also done events with some of the local high schools here, really to continue to encourage that whole idea of invention and product innovation, which is really pretty neat. So as we walk through here, I'm going to take you to a board where we have several of our project posters, if you will. Interestingly, during this period of COVID that we've experienced, one might think that the number of projects has decreased, and in fact, quite the opposite. Over the last year, we've had actually a dramatic rise in the number of projects here at the center. We're doing most of them in a obviously electronic mode, but we have about 50 projects today that are running across the Leatherby Center. And those projects are essentially about 60% current students, 40% are alumni-driven projects, and we probably have about a 50-50 split between projects that are pure business projects emanating from the George Arger School of Business, and about another 50% come from across the universities. And we actually even have some cross projects that are groups of students that come from multiple schools that are actually multiple schools within Chapman that are able to go ahead and work on projects together. If we look at some specific examples, I'll just point out one or two. We actually had the Alto Film Design here. They actually won an award in London for the advertising project that they actually put together. And they come out of the Dodge School of Media, and it was really pretty exciting projects. If we move over to a project that was designed with our science and engineering group called Plantaire Gardens. It's a neat one where they've gone ahead and actually patented a soil that allows herbs to grow very rapidly inside homes in urban areas. And that one has actually been commercialized. We have a group of young ladies who've actually come out with a business attire line specifically for women in the workplace. But what's fascinating is this group, obviously, as the pandemic hit, they were they had to pivot. They had to pivot their strategy and really started designing masks, which they now do for Amazon. So really shows the creativity and ingenuity, thinking on their feet very quickly to go ahead and really reposition their strategy for growth. One of the ones that we highlight here as well has been really a nice cross-section of science and business together is one of our groups called Farmer Robotics. They're actually doing a crowdfunding venture right now. It's a group of students who actually work in the Central Valley of California with farmers, and they've actually just received funding from Siemens to go ahead and really grow their, if you will, opportunity for taking robotics and applying it to the farming industry, because they have an issue of shortage of labor, not as much cost, but it's actually shortage of labor itself. So they're able to bring some automation into that world. As we move around the corner here, I can share with you one of our classrooms where we have entrepreneurial classes and other classes taught in the center itself. Typically, we have about 7 classes a semester, both in the morning and evening, that are taught in this facility. And that actually has worked out really nicely because we were able to get sort of from a space standpoint, classes that were previously being taught on the main campus are now taught here, so that our entrepreneurial students get to take classes here and then work on their projects as they want. We'll just take a quick look on the side here. And there's a number of different rooms that follow an outline around the building itself. And the students are able to reserve these rooms on a hoteling basis as they need, so that they can go ahead, and they're all equipped with audio visuals. They can go ahead and really look at developing their projects. I want to take you back into the main area here. And from an outreach standpoint, I also think it's noteworthy to point out, we've actually done a number of events with local Orange County high schools, trying to get that spirit of entrepreneurship really going at a much younger age, and it's working. And we've had a lot of fun doing that with a number of different groups like Girls Inc., and also have done things with STEMs, the science, technology, engineering programs that really have had a lot of payback in terms of really working with the community and really building more of that energy around these type of projects. So as Director of Entrepreneurship, as I close this off, you can certainly go to our Ralph Leatherby Center website. You'll see a number of our projects out there, also the applications for the projects themselves. I did mention that this is, if you will, a facility, a program that really is geared for our current students, but also our alumni, which is really pretty neat. I personally have spent 3.5 decades in the business world as an executive across a number of different companies, both here in the US and in Europe. But probably the greatest enjoyment I have now is spending the better part of the last 8 years as a professor here at Chapman University, and the last several years really trying to build up the energy level around really these blossoming new companies that our students and alumni are working on. I'm actually on the board of several companies myself, startup companies, and which gives me a real hands-on opportunity to help guide our students. Maybe one last comment as well, we've gotten tremendous support from the community. We have pro bono attorneys and consultants and accountants who have given their time to the students themselves to help them develop mentor their development of projects. So with that, we hope, obviously, when the times permit, to visit our physical structure, to absolutely come over and check on what we've been able to create here. But until then, you could certainly go out to our website, and I think you'll find really a wealth of opportunities for the students that we have here at Chapman. Thank you.